Welcome back to Cooter Economics. I know I said the last class was it, but there's some things we need to clear up. $43 is the renting price. Okay, you can say you bought it, but you never really own it no matter how much money you give for it. Just enjoy it while you're getting it. Second, there was some ladies in the comment that acted like the way they look or the way they live their life adds on extra charges to the Cooter fee. Let me tell you bitches something. When I pay some bitch to cut my yard, I don't make a lawnmower payment before I pay him to cut my grass. The lawnmower payment is factored into the price of the cut. That's how that shit works. So it don't matter how much you paid for them nails, I'm paying for Cooter.
Whoa, now, what's happening with the DLoft? Back at it again. What's more the reaction? Let's get it. Us millennials, we the last of the Mohegans. That's it. We it.
Welcome back to Cooter Economics. I know I said the last class was it, but there's some things we need to clear up. $43 is the renting price. Okay, you can say you bought it, but you never really own it no matter how much money you give for it. Just enjoy it while you're getting it. Second, there was some ladies in the comment that acted like the way they look or the way they live their life adds on extra charges to the Cooter fee. Let me tell you bitches something. When I pay some bitch to cut my yard, I don't make a lawnmower payment before I pay him to cut my grass. The lawnmower payment is factored into the price of the cut. That's how that shit works. So it don't matter how much you paid for them nails, I'm paying for Cooter, not nails. The fact that you got nice nails needs to be factored into the price of the Cooter, not the other way around. We pay a flat fee for the Cooter, and that's it. Now, all of y'all in the comments talking about mine cost me $60,000 a year, blah, blah, fucking blah. That's because you decided that's the one you wanted to pay for and keep that same one on a regular basis. That was your decision to pay for that. There's Cooter out here for $43. If you don't want to pay $60,000, get rid of the $60,000 one. Go get you a different one all the time for $43. That's a financial decision, not the market. Hope y'all have a good day.
Oh, man. Hey, $43 this way cheaper than 60,000.
So Jesus met me at the thrift store this past Thursday. I'm lying, it was Wednesday. I'd had a long day at work. I decided I was going to go to the thrift store and buy something. Budget $20. Walking around, minding my business. Go to the men's section, because that's where the cute stuff is. If you don't know, ladies, that's where it's at, okay? There's a young black man in the thrift store, and he walks up to one of the workers, and he asks her for the time. She proceeds to say, ¿qué? Because she didn't understand what he said. He said again, do you know what time it is? And she is like, oh, no English. And he said, okay, thank you, ma'am. Very polite. Oh, I forgot to tell you this. In my life in general, I am a giver. Like, if you ask me to do something, I'm going to try to do it. Not just at work, but in life in general. If you ask me for something, I'm going to try to figure out how to get it to you. If you need something, I will give you my last. Well, most of my last, because I need water. If it was water, we sharing. Long story short, I go out of my way to give. God made me like that. It's the fabric of my makeup. I enjoy giving.
There's something about when you're not handy. And when you're not handy, you can't even go into things that you heard before. You ever heard the saying, the customer is always right? Not if you don't know what you're doing. I'm living in this little gated community, right? I have noticed that I have not even been considered for yard of the month. Not one time. Been over there 7 years. Ain't nobody even considered me. Now, I'm blaming this on my yard man. This ain't racist. My yard man, Carlos. He just happened to be Mexican. I come out there, Carlos. Hey, bro. Let me tell you something, bro. You're cutting my grass too low. That's why I'm not winning. Carlos saying, no, my friend, I'm cutting it right. I'm like, Carlos, listen to me. You cutting my grass too low. I need it this high. If you can't do that, don't come back around here, Carlos. Carlos gone for 4 weeks. Grass just high on safari out there. Grass just high. So I decide I'm gonna go get a lawnmower. I'm gonna cut it myself. Man, let me tell y'all something. I didn't know that a lawnmower didn't come already assembled. You gotta assemble it. And why they don't give you that first can of gas with the lawnmower? How they know you got a gas can? Fellas, let me tell you something. Get your gas can, because that lawnmower is way heavier once you put that gas in and try to get it back on the truck. Don't laugh at me, dog. I said I wasn't handed. Don't lean back on me, dog. I told you I wasn't handed. Boy, they always try to make you feel bad. I tell you, boy. This man helped me get the lawnmower in the truck, right? I get it home. My neighbor helped me get it off. Now, I'm about to cut my grass. About to cut this grass. Yeah. Now, it's some things that I've noticed that Carlos has when he cut the grass. Long pants, boots on, long sleeve shirt, something around his neck, glasses on, big hat. Now, I didn't know that you needed all that, but I'm telling you, these shorts and these Gucci flip-flops just ain't working out here, but it's rough, man. It's rough, boy. It's rough. That first trip down was rough, I'm trying to tell you. That second trip, I noticed why Carlos got that hat, but that son was following me. I started humming for no reason. I'm talking about the sun on top of me, all on my neck. It's crazy, right? Third trip down, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I was about to stop mowing. But Carlos come on the street. He coming down like menace to society. Got me all riled up. Oh, Carl, you crazy as hell, Carlos. Carlos turned that corner. I went in the house. I don't know how long I'm in the house, but it took me a nap. I don't know how long I'm there. I'm awakened by my lawnmower being on. My lawnmower come on. I don't even rush out there. If somebody's stealing it, I just look out the blinds. I look out there. It's Carlos mowing that grass. I came out there and I hugged Carlos. Gave Carlos $150. I say, you keep that lawnmower if you want it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I'm never. You don't even worry about it. That sun whooped me into shape. You know what I'm saying? I am a.
Oh man, god dog. Yeah, boy. You can't just wake up one day and think you about to start mowing grass. Yeah. That's a real deal out there, especially if you push.
So I got a question. Should I be responsible for reinstalling a fence between me and my new neighbor's house? So 5 years ago, I used to have a neighbor, real cool guy. We used to talk, hang out, cool neighbor. One day we was outside and he said he wanted to put up a fence. And I said, go ahead. We looked at our properties. I bought it. I'm like, maybe right here. Cool. He built the fence. He got the material. He did it all himself. I just basically spectated. Great, right? Well, that neighbor moved. He moved, sold the house to this new lady. This new lady, we'll call her Karen. We'll call her Karen because she's Karen. He sold it to Karen. Now, Karen doesn't introduce herself. She's a realtor. She has a job. She stays by herself. Cool lady. All right. What else? 2 weeks after Karen's moved in, it's a guy in my backyard. It's a guy walking around my backyard. So, like anyone who owns a home and somebody strangers in their backyard, I go out and speak to the guy. Like, hey, what's going on, man? He says, oh, don't mind me. Sorry to be on your property without your permission, but I'm a surveyor. Your neighbor paid for a survey. She just wants to know the correct property lines. I said, oh, okay. That's cool. That's cool. Do your job. I ain't mad. Do your job. Yeah, you can survey it. I've been wondering myself where my property line starts and ends at. Cool, right? So he does his job. He leaves a couple hours later. Karen is knocking at my door. I said, hey, Karen. She said, hey. She said, oh, your fence is on my property. And I said, that's not my fence. And she says, well, whose other fence it is on my property. My property actually goes to right here and yours ends here. So you're benefiting more from the fence than me. And I said, well, sorry about that. The fence been there since the last neighbor. The last neighbor built it. The guy that was in the house, he built the fence there. And yeah, sorry. She says, well, either you're going to have to move the fence or you're going to have to pay me a little bit something a month because, you know, you're borrowing some of my property. Bullshit. No, Karen, I did not build this fence. It does suck that it's on some of your property, but that ain't got nothing to do with me. She said, either you take it down, pay me, or I'm gonna sue you. You got it. You got it. I went out there and I ripped all that shit off. I just took it out of the ground. Now, if you ever took a fence out of the ground, it don't come out the ground easy. But it don't matter. I just ripped it all up. Cool. Fine. Problem solved. Now you got your property, I got my property. Couple days go by. Karen knock at the door again. Hi, Karen. So good to see you again. Hey. So I was coming over to see when the new fence would be up. What new fence? Well, you took the last fence down. When are you gonna put up a new one? I'm not. Well, why not? I didn't put up the last fence. You the one that told me to put this one down. It doesn't matter to me whether I have a fence or not. Well, I have a dog and I usually let him out whenever I go to work. But since there's no fence, I've had to leave him in the house while I'm at work. Okay, thank you. Well, he's been tearing up my house. And I can't have him tearing up my house because I don't have anybody to watch him. I need you to put another fence up. Oh, shit. I didn't want to tear down the last one. I'm not going to build a new one because I didn't even build the last one. If you got a dog that needs to be in the fence, that's something you need to handle. Right? She then says, well, where's the other fence? You can put it back up or you can pay me for it. You can pay me for what you tore. Remember, you didn't want anything to do with this fence. It was my responsibility to tear it down. You wanted me to tear it down. Don't act like you own it now that it's gone. Like I owe you anything. I don't owe you a damn thing. You didn't pay to put this up. You didn't pay me to take it down. That's on you. So she's leaving all upset, mad at me because I'm not gonna put up a new fence. But I didn't care either way. I didn't care if the fence stayed there. I didn't care if it wasn't there. I don't need it. So is it?
Hell no, I wouldn't have touched that fence. See, she would have had to do what she had to do. If she wanted to sue, shit. Let's get it. Hell no.
So today I hear about the white community is pissed off at a white man for what he posted. I don't know who the white man is, but I'm like, let me go find out what is all the outrage about. And I'm gonna let you hear what the man said, and maybe you can tell me as a white citizen, you know, or any other human, you know, why would people be pissed off at him about this opinion?
I don't want to see one more white creator clutch their pearls or tell me how they're horrified or how they want to leave the country and how you're having a mental breakdown and how it's too much to handle about what's happening in this country. I don't want to hear a goddamn thing about it. I truly don't. You got a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of an inch of what it's like to be black in this country. Feels pretty shitty, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Do you know why we're here? It's because our demographic, primarily white men who this land was designed to benefit, didn't stand up with people of color, with our black brothers and sisters, with the Native Americans, with minorities, because it didn't affect them. That's why we're here. There is the class war, eat the rich, yes. This is about the original sin of this country. Make America white again, because that's what they want. Last night I was on a live, and this lady was just heartbroken. She's like, I don't know, like we had, 75 years of progress, and it's all being taken away. And I asked a question, and I think it's the right question. Was it progress, or was it just suppressed? I would argue the latter, because it sure feels like this racism is like a reservoir, and it's a body of water behind a dam, and it's been dying to push out. And that's what this Klan leader is in the White House. He is that outlet for the dam. He unleashed it. It was there. Our neighbors, our friends, our family, they were always racist. He just said, hey, little Billy, hey, it's okay. Don't hide anymore. Take off your white hoods. Don't hide your face. Do it in public. Who are they going after? The racially profiling people. DEI, CRT, equality, Charlie Kirk, the white supremacist. Hey, if the pilot's black, do I know that they're qualified? Has he ever said that about a white pilot? Of course not. Who did they pick? The most unqualified, bumbling idiot. A convicted felon, caused an insurrection, cheats on his wife, sexual abuse. But hey, you know what? He's white. So when you see a lot of these evangelicals, because I see a lot of them in my family, middle-aged white, praise Jesus, praise Jesus. Yeah, you think Jesus wants a man like this? You think he's a great reflection? No. I'm going to tell you why they support him. Because they view, when you hear the phrase nuclear family or traditional family values or Christian nation, when was this a Christian nation again? I'm sorry, because I haven't heard one thing. It was founded by founding fathers that owned slaves. They owned goddamn black people like cattle. Yeah, praise Jesus, right? Black people were worth 3/5 of a person. Praise Jesus. Only 21-year-old white men have rights in this country. Praise Jesus. Such a Christian nation. Every atrocity in this country and across the world has been done by a person with religion who has weaponized religion to push the white supremacy. That's it. Look at the Catholic Church. How many young men have been affected? And none of you Catholics stood up. You still go to church and give your tithes while they pay out billions of dollars in civil lawsuits because it didn't affect you, so you don't give a damn. Look at the Baptist Church. Decades they covered up the mistreatment of women. It's gross. And you still went to church and praise Jesus. Look at all the pastors right now that are being arrested for doing inappropriate things with people underage. Praise Jesus, right? But then you hear Bishop Uday. Kindness, compassion, empathy. Nope, we don't want that. That's right, because you want to make America white again. You want Leave It to Beaver. You want a white kid in a white ice cream shop sitting next to a white cop being served by a white ice cream server. That's what you want. And for all of you middle-aged white people, you are scared to hell that that's going away. And when you hear Fox News, they have posted 244 pieces about trans people since February. Nothing about gun violence. Nothing about universal health care. Nothing about giving people a living wage. Actual policies that would make people's lives better. Because it questions their version of the traditional family. And when you hear that, let me be very clear what traditional family values means. It means white America.
So today I hear about the white.
Hey, I'm both cooking. Comment.
So today.
All right, DLoft. That's it. Your boy about to be out. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and it's up. Let's get it.